Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to give you guys a little side-by-side web browsing performance test between the Elocity A7, the Samsung Galaxy Tab, and the Archos 70, again, which is the 250 gigabyte model, not the 8 gig flash version. So let's go ahead and try loading up Engadget. I have been frequently getting mobile sites, unfortunately, with the Galaxy Tab, which hopefully will not happen here. So it looks like the Elocity's out ahead early. The Elocity's done. Still working, the Galaxy Tab and the Archos. Archos just finished, so the Galaxy Tab is coming up last. It just finished there. So that's how long it took to load Engadget, respectively. Again, these are all on the same network, using Wi-Fi. However, the Elocity is limited to BG speed connectivity, whereas the Archos and the Galaxy Tab both have N capability. I do have a dual radio router, so you know, theoretically all of these devices should be able to go as quickly as they are able, in terms of that, you know, the Galaxy Tab and the Archos should be using N capability, and so theoretically they should be faster. Although on the Archos, since the last patch, I do believe the N capability was killed. I think that's part of a issue with Froyo. But so there you can see Engadget loading up. Let's try another website. But again, interesting to see the Galaxy Tab coming in last place. You would expect it to beat out the Archos, but again, Archos proving its value. Let's try CNN, another page I go to quite a bit for these tests. I am worried again, though, that the Galaxy Tab is going to go to the mobile page rather than the main site, but we'll see if I can prevent that from happening here. Looks like, I gave the Galaxy Tab an edge. The Elocity was last. It still went to the mobile site, wouldn't you know it. The Elocity's done. The Archos is still working. If I actually just timed these, you guys would get a pretty good idea. See if I can reload this quicker than the Galaxy Tab finishes. That would be embarrassing. For the Galaxy Tab, at least, of course. Okay, the Galaxy Tab just finished, but it looked like the Elocity did actually catch up and reload. And you can see the flash is playing here. Another reason that I speak about the Elocity just being a more capable tablet of handling flash, I often find that when I try to scroll on the Galaxy Tab, and this happens with the Archos as well, there's a little bit of a delay, a little bit of lag, but on the Elocity everything is pretty much fluid, and I have to credit that with the Tegra 2 being a much more powerful processor, since it is a dual core chip, whereas, you know, here you're looking at two ARM A8 last gen 1 gigahertz processors. So one of the many reasons that the Elocity just seems to, you know, destroy any A8 gen tablet devices. Let's try another web page. Let's try something simple like YouTube. Again, I just felt it was important for you guys to get an idea of how these devices are performing, especially for the most common use, which is web browsing. So let's try to get this again, if I can. You can see the Elocity and the Archos were pretty quick. I mean, all of them loaded relatively quickly, but I believe that went Elocity, Archos, and Galaxy Tab. So again, the Galaxy Tab seems to be coming up last, no matter what. Let's try going back to Engadget and see if the Galaxy Tab still can't climb out of this hole. I'm not blown away by the fact that it's not able to beat the Archos, but it is surprising. You just kind of do expect a little bit more out of the Samsung product. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully I don't get a mobile version. Oh, I was late on the Archos. Let's see if that gives the Galaxy Tab the edge it needs. The Elocity is done. The Tab and the Archos are racing, even though the Archos was laid out the gate. Galaxy Tab just finished, and the Archos just finished. So again, it looks like had I actually pressed them at the same time, the Galaxy Tab would have been behind. And again, let's just see with the browsing. You can see as I browse, there's just a hint, a little bit of lag. It's still really responsive. In my opinion, the best screen, again, on any Android tablet, or any tablet for that matter right now. But the processor hinders it a little bit, and you can see that because when I start to scroll on the Elocity, I think you can just see that it keeps up. It's not, there isn't a hesitation in order to deal with loading the images, whereas here it seems to be a little choppy. It just drags when it scrolls, and that's something you see on all Gen A8 tablets, in my opinion. Again, if I do the same on the Archos, it actually looks a little bit smoother. So go figure. But anyway, hope this gives you guys a good idea, relative idea, of what the web browsing performance is like on each of these tablets. If you have any questions or comments, of course, please feel free to ask them. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.